Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejados.
Because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alicia.
And I'm Nathan.
And welcome to episode 11 of Our Adventures and Mousecapades.
Today, we're going to continue on with our Panama Canal adventure.
Yes, indeed.
From our cruise back in 2013.
This is going to cover 8 days, the last part of our westbound Panama Canal cruise.
Right. So basically, where we left off was we came out of the Panama Canal into the Pacific Ocean. We turned north and we had many miles to go before we slept.
Yes, onward.
And then slept again, and then slept again, and then slept again, and then eventually got to Puerto Vallarta.
Yes, we had 4 days?
Yep.
4 sea days.
Which were 1,892 nautical miles covered at an average speed of 17 knots.
This is, I think, where we learned to love sea days.
Yeah.
We just love cruises anyway, but sea days are always nice. You don't have to worry about go. You can be as relaxed or as involved as you want. Disney has tons of stuff available on sea days.
Yeah.
They have lots of different activities that you can do. They have towelagami classes if you want to learn how to fold towel animals.
I'd like to learn how to reliably say that word.
They have animation classes. There's, of course, the paid options you can do as well. There's mixology. There's chocolate and liquor tastings, which I highly recommend.
It's mandatory.
It is. We will do it every single time that it's offered on our cruises.
And potentially multiple times in the same cruise.
It's so good. There's trivias you can go to. Those you don't have to pay for those. Bingo, you do have to pay for bingo. Other things too. There's just a lot to do.
There's the spa.
Yeah, there's the spa. That's paid.
There's the pool. There's the water slide. There's your veranda where you can sit outside and read a book on your Kindle, which we did a lot of.
We did a lot of that. Yeah. There's a lot of activities available on the ship. And your activities director, your cruise director will make a wonderful schedule of opportunities full of stuff.
And your concierge host will help you as well if you happen to be that lucky.
Yep.
Yeah. So on Monday, our first day at sea, Monday the 13th of May in 2013, at 12 noon, the ship's position was 8 degrees, 4.9 north and 83 degrees, 35.4 west. We had southwesterly winds. It was partly cloudy, and the temperature was a balmy 82 degrees.
82.
And then we sounded the horn. And the captain said a bunch of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our daily announcements.
Yes, there's a daily announcement at noon. The captain gets on and he says where we are and talks about where we're going and the weather and then hands over to the cruise director. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. Nice. We had many days at sea. Let's see. I'm looking at our pictures here. We didn't really take a lot of pictures. I have towel animal pictures.
Yeah, that's the important stuff.
I think that's an elephant.
Yeah, I think the elephant had fallen over.
Weird looking legs. Yep.
Yeah, it was fun. And it was semi-formal night that first sea day coming out of the canal.
Yep.
And I want to just take a second and talk about staff, our wait staff.
Oh, for this cruise. Phenomenal.
Just we've made so many lifelong connections from this cruise.
Yes.
From the Lollies and their whole family
that
we're still in touch with on Facebook. And you'll hear from Tim and Audie a little bit later in a future episode because Audie is a travel agent. Mm-hmm. And we keep in touch with our assistant server from this cruise.
So Nathan, tell us who were our servers for this cruise. We have 3 of them.
Yes. So our assistant server was Theo Vogue. And she is from South Africa. She's no longer on the cruise line, but we still keep in touch on the socials she's just an incredible person. And she was so fun
Yes.
to be around.
Theo was bright and bubbly and just lots of fun.
Yes. Yeah. We couldn't have asked for a better person to help us.
Yes.
And we could be snarky with, and it was so fun. And then our server was Nanad Biscup. And again, he was incredible.
Yes.
Those folks as a pair were amazing.
Yes, they worked quite well together and kept us entertained. We had wonderful conversations with them.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember where Nenad was from. Was he Croatia?
I think somewhere over in that neighborhood, if you will. And then our head server was Harry Simons.
Harry was awesome.
Yeah, he would. Audie loves Red Stripe beer. And Red Stripe is not necessarily a guest option, or it wasn't, at least at that time, on the ship.
Yep.
But they had it in the crew bar.
Yes.
And Harry always made sure that Audie had a Red Stripe on the table for dinner. And it was, Harry was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
We've sailed with Harry several times since then.
I don't think we've had him as a head server again, but we've seen him in the dining rooms, and we've recognized him and he's recognized us, which is always such a cool feeling.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
the amount of people that they see.
Yeah.
For us to be remembered, it just makes you feel warm and fuzzy.
And Harry was on our last cruise back in 2000.
Yep.
Or back in 2020. On our other Panama Canal cruise. And he still remembered us then. It was pretty amazing.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Harry passed away in late 2020.
Yeah.
And that was
hard news to hear.
Yeah, that sucked.
Yep.
That sucked. So Harry, here's hoping that you've got a Red Stripe with you, and we'll see you soon.
Yes.
Harry and Nanad and Theo, they took such amazing care of us.
They did.
And we are such huge fans of them and in debt, really. They were a huge part of why this cruise was so amazing. Yeah. It's not just where we were and what we were doing, but it's the people that we were with. And they may be Disney, cast members and crew members, but they were really part of the adventure along with us. And we're so thankful to have had the chance to sail with them and hopefully see them again in the future.
Have good conversations, good laughter.
Yeah.
I know we had some magic tricks or something shown, which is something I love that the cast members do. They'll do little magic tricks or little puzzles for people to try and figure out. It's always fun.
Yeah. So Nanad or Theo, if you guys are listening, thank you so much.
Yes.
We really, really appreciate it and appreciate you.
Day 9 was pirate night.
Yeah.
And we had dinner at Palo that night as well. So we didn't do the rotational dining for pirate dinner, which is okay. I've never been a huge fan of the fare for pirate night. It's okay, but it's not my favorite.
Was this the night that we had the huge, the side room at Palo?
It must have been.
I think it was because, it was formally. It was this night because I had a tux that I had rented. And I remember. Yeah. So we had this group of 15, 16 people
over at the extra room in Palo.
Yeah.
Private room in
Palo.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Tim and Audie and their family invited us to dine with them that night. Yeah.
That was so fun.
That was cool.
That was such an amazing experience. This whole cruise was an amazing experience. For those of you who I'm sure are following along at home and need to know these important critical details, on Thursday, May 14th at noon, the ship's position was 11 degrees 22.7 north and 89 degrees 57.3 west. We had easterly winds. It was partly cloudy and 82. And then on the next day, Wednesday, May 15th, which is our third at sea day, we were at 1427.7 north and 9558.8 west. Northeasterly winds this time. It's important to notice these changes.
Changed.
Mostly cloudy, so it was a little bit more comfortable, but a little warmer. It was 84 as we kept going north.
All righty. Let me see if I can find towel animals here. Well, there's the elephant. We saw that. There's pirate pictures. We had a huge group picture.
This was the dog wearing sunglasses.
And there's a dog wearing sunglasses. Yep. That was fun.
Yeah, that was this day.
We also had a mixology class
Oh, yeah.
that day as well.
I love those classes.
Those are fun.
They're not really a class. I mean, they're kind of a class.
I mean, we don't actually mix the drinks ourselves, do
No,
we? They
I
just
don't
show up there.
learn anything other than, I need to order this.
Yes.
I mean, I guess it's a
helpful.
class.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then our fourth sea day on this trip up the Central American coast was Thursday, May 16th. At noon, we were at 1739.4 north and 21.3 west. We had westerly winds, quite different. It was overcast and 80, a little cooler.
All right.
I don't know why I'm acting like this is really important information, but I am.
It's still hot.
Exactly. It was still hot indeed. And then on the fifth day after the Panama Canal, we were in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And this was a day.
This was a great excursion.
This was a fantastic excursion.
This is day 12 of the cruise itself. And we did a city and tequila tour.
Yes.
And it was on a bus. It was an excursion we did through Disney. And I believe that Tim and Audie recommended this to us, or they just happened to be on there with us. I don't remember.
Either way, we were on the tour with them.
Yes.
Yes.
I see them. We got a picture of them on the bus
Yes.
with us.
Well, we also got rather lit at the tequila distillery with them.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, we did. I've got a couple pictures here of just the boat from our tour bus and some really cool pictures of whale sculpture and a whale wood carving as well.
Yeah, those are all wood carvings. Basically, there was a little shopping area, kind of seemed like somebody's backyard to a certain degree, that we stopped at. And then we went to the Mama Lucia's tequila distillery.
Yes. Got all these beautiful pictures of the agave plants.
And this is a family owned and operated. If it was beer, I'd call it a microbrewery. It is. They don't.
Distillery.
Right. If it was beer, it'd be a microbrewery.
Yeah.
But this is a micro distillery. I don't know. It's small batch artisanal tequila. There's no fillers. There's none of the stuff that gives tequila its bad reputation.
Yeah.
This stuff was amazing.
It's very good.
And they show you how they make it and how they harvest the plant and how it's prepared and cooked and boiled and pressed and distilled. And then, would you like a sample?
Mas tequila.
Yeah, exactly. Mas tequila. Oh, would you like another sample? Well, here's this one. And here's this other one. And
And here's a flavored one that tastes like orange. And then here's one that tastes like vanilla.
Oh, gosh.
And here's them mixed together.
Right.
Oh, my goodness.
We probably had
So much tequila.
15 shots of tequila.
Woo.
Oh, and then, of course, after they, here's 15 shots. It may not be 15, but it's
a lot.
It's easily 10 if you really want to go that way.
Here's the store.
Here's the store.
At that time, you could not ship it home. I think it's changed. You can do that now.
They can't. This Mama Lucia's does not have an import license.
That's what it was. Okay.
I still don't think they do.
Got it.
I still don't. So the only way you can bring this stuff home is to bring it with you, which meant that we had to buy another suitcase from the gift shop on the ship.
We got a bit of tequila. It was really good, though.
It was so good.
I mean, they have a couple of different just straight tequila options, aged different years. And then they have all the flavor options. And the orange tasted really good with chicken. Like you marinate and cook the chicken in it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yes, it was so amazing. It was so amazing.
So we had our tequila tasting, just a tasting, and then it looks like we went walking somewhere in this beautiful square.
Yeah, so we got back on the bus after the tequila distillery, and then we probably had like the 30-minute or so drive, like inland, and you got to see some rural areas, and then it was this town that you come up to, and there's this beautiful open courtyard and this old church and everything. You kind of had some time to just be outside and enjoy, and if you wanted to stop in at a little shop, you could do that. And
we had lunch somewhere. Like they brought us on the way back to the ship. There's this restaurant. It was a larger touristy style restaurant.
But the food was
Good.
amazing.
Yeah, the food is really good.
I'm not a huge person on Mexican food. And what I've realized is I'm not
don't like the American
really
Mexican.
into American Mexican food. But this authentic stuff that was super fresh and just was so
very tasty.
Good.
It is very tasty.
Yes. Yes. And this tour we have done several times.
Multiple times.
On our cruises.
We got to keep our tequila stock updated.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And we've taken some of our good friends on this tour as well. And
shenanigans ensued, and we will talk about that later.
Yes, those are future stories. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
But I have pictures of us when we were done with the tour. We were back on the ship, and I have Mickey and Minnie in their costumes. Mickey has on a lime green suit and a sombrero, and Minnie is wearing this beautiful yellow dress.
Yeah, it was cool.
And I vaguely remember a rubber ducky race.
Yes, in the pool that afternoon. So we left Puerto Vallarta for Cabo about 4:15 is when we took off. By the way, it was southwest winds, mostly sunny and 80 degrees that day in Puerto Vallarta.
I thought you said that already.
No.
Oh, that must have been a different day.
Those were all the other days.
Oh, sorry.
But yes, there was much ado leading up to this day because in one of the pools up on the top deck, there was a rubber ducky race, and we had an opportunity to decorate our own rubber duckies and enter them into the race. And so you got all sorts of colored Sharpies and things, and you wrote your room number on the bottom. And then we got our rubber duckies entered in the race.
Yeah. I don't remember what the prize was, but I see cast members dove into the pool after this huge mass of ducks and did something.
Yeah, they were encouraging them to move towards the finish line. Oh, it was so fun. It was so fun. And then we didn't think anything of it. But Linda, our concierge host, like that night had rescued our rubber duckies from the from the masses, if you will, and they were back in our room. Yep. So we still have those rubber duckies floating around here somewhere. Floating around here somewhere. Anyhow, so overnight we left Puerto Vallarta on our way across the mouth of the Gulf there to Cabo San Lucas. How far is that, do you ask? Why, I'm glad you're asking. How far
is that?
That's 296 miles, nautical miles.
Nautical miles.
Right. Which actually is a little farther than I was thinking in my brain just a second ago, but there you go. Just shy of 300 nautical miles. I bet you're wondering how fast we went.
How fast were we going?
18.5 knots.
Oh, we were hauling.
Yeah. Not as much as we were on the way out of Cabo.
This is true.
But I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Nope.
So the important statistics, though, when we were in Cabo on Saturday the 18th, 2013, we got there about 7:23. And we left early about 1:45 in the afternoon because we needed to haul butt to get back to LA on time. We had northwest winds. It was mostly sunny, and it was 75 degrees. It was actually really nice in Cabo, if I remember correctly. And I don't, because I don't remember a lot of things happening in Cabo. That's interesting. I don't remember a lot of our trips to Cabo.
No.
I wonder why.
alcohol.
Maybe.
Now, we glossed over the towel animal for the night before.
Oh, I apologize.
It was amazing.
It was amazing. I'm scrolling through my pictures and not seeing it. So
It was a lobster.
very
I love the lobsters. They just look so cool with all the different folds, the crustacean folds. It's really cool.
Yes.
So we had a lobster. And then Cabo. So because this was a shorter day, we had a fairly short excursion.
Yes.
And we did a sports fishing trip.
Oh, that's right. This is what happens when you don't read the notes ahead of time or look through all the pictures. You get surprised by memories. This was fun.
It was. We didn't catch anything.
No, we didn't catch anything.
But just being on the little boat was fun. And there was another couple with us, I believe.
Yeah.
And it was just nice. We stayed near the inner harbor. We didn't go too far out. And just the scenery of Cabo is beautiful. The rock
stunning.
formations are amazing.
We have a bunch of pictures from sunrise pulling in and the rocks and everything. Now, Cabo is different than many other ports that Disney goes to in that the ship has to anchor offshore, and then there are tenders, smaller boats that bring you in to the city. And so it was fun. You get a chance to be on the water right up next to your cruise ship. So we got a ton of beautiful pictures there. We have a lot of pictures of the arch and everything else, the rock formations down there at the very tip of Baja, Mexico Peninsula. Mm-hmm. And it was fun out there on the fishing excursion. Again, we didn't catch anything. I mean, it didn't live up to the last sport fishing charter that we had been on prior to that, which was, we were in high school?
No,
college?
we were married.
No. Were we?
Yeah. We were married. I was working at the Morrison Library.
Oh.
We were, I don't know, my folks just took us on a trip with them.
Yeah, we went down to Myrtle Beach, and we went sport fishing off in the Gulf Stream. And Alicia was...
I think we were married. Maybe we weren't. Sorry.
It's fine. Whatever. We had a lot of fun. And Alicia got a world record catch.
I did. It's not world record anymore, but
No.
I caught a queen triggerfish.
Yep.
And it was a world record for a couple of years.
Yeah, she dethroned like a 12-year-old. So,
and I think a 12-year-old dethroned me as well.
I think he was 8.
Oh, sorry.
Nice job.
That's okay. Anyway, yeah, we went fishing. It was supposed to be, I think, sword fishing. They said, or they're like, you have a chance to catch a sailfish. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
No, but we still had a lot of fun. Cabo's beautiful.
Yeah, it was. And then we had all sorts as we were coming back in, we had like pelicans, like they know that, oh, this is the fishing boat. So maybe they'll throw some extra bait or whatnot. So we had pelicans following the boat in. And then we had a harbor seal come up on the back of the boat.
He just decided to jump up.
Yeah.
I mean, they feed them. Like,
right. They know.
Because they want the tourists to see the seals and be like, whoa.
But it was
and
cool.
we were like, whoa.
I mean, he was right there.
He was right there. He stank.
He had bad breath.
He stank really bad.
Yeah. But it was fun. We had a lot of fun. It was a good day.
Yep.
And then we had to leave. I remember somebody didn't make the boat.
Yeah.
And Disney's very clear. Like, if you miss the boat, you miss the boat.
Yep.
And somehow they were able to like hire a water taxi or the pilots or somebody. They were able to get out to the boat after we were underway. And so they didn't get left behind. But don't count on that happening for you. Like, you're more than likely going to get left behind. But yeah, coming out of Cabo, we turned north into the Pacific to get up to LA, and the Wonder pretty much dropped the hammer. Because I remember, like, they hit the accelerator and you could feel like the ship went into a new mode that we had not seen before.
It was going really fast.
Yeah.
And it was very windy, a little bumpy, if I remember.
It was a little choppy. Yeah. To get from Cabo to Los Angeles basically took that afternoon, a day at sea, and then we got there at basically 6:15 in the morning on that Monday. So, 36 hours or so. We went 818 miles, nautical miles, and we were doing over 20 knots, 20 and a half knots. So we were going fast.
Yep.
But it was fun.
And the sunset that night was phenomenal.
Stunning.
I can see, pictures never do it justice.
Mm-mm.
But just looking at these pictures, there's the pinks and oranges really pop.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have a whole bunch of different towel animal pictures, and I don't know what's from what date on here, but this one looks like a person almost. There's no discernible animal features. It actually looks like a person.
I'm still trying to catch up through all the sunset
There's
photos.
a lot of sunset, yeah. Then we have a rose. They did a rose one night too.
I have pictures of desserts that look incredible.
Yeah, you're almost there.
Yeah. Yeah, what is that towel animal?
It's a villager. I don't know.
I was going to say like a ninja in waiting or something.
Maybe.
I don't know. So I want to make sure we catch up here. So
Oh, yes.
our day at sea on Sunday the 19th, we at noon we're at 2755.4 north, 115, 25.9 west. We had northwesterly winds. It was overcast and 63. Quite a difference.
Bit of a difference
from everything else that we had enjoyed on the way around the Caribbean and Gulf and Southern or Northern Pacific, whatever, Mexico.
that area.
that area. Yeah, and it was great. Our last towel animal was a snake.
A snake.
And we have this picture of all of our alcohol
In our luggage. Oh my gosh.
in a dedicated alcohol.
I swear we're not lushes. I swear we're not.
We have this
That's
picture.
so funny.
It's this big suitcase, and the only thing that's in there is all our alcohol. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bottles of tequila. I still had some scotch left. Oh no, there's 7 things of tequila. Oh my gosh. Yeah. When in Rome.
We enjoyed it.
We did. And then, so we pulled into the port of Los Angeles, which I think is down effectively at Long Beach. Flew home that afternoon and saw the kids and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
How did you do being away from the kids for 2 weeks? This is our first time really, like you said, away from the kids. How did you do?
I was okay through like day 10. And then I really started missing them.
Yeah.
I mean, Caitlin was 8 and Sterling was like 2.5.
No, he's not 1.5.
1.5.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just started missing them. I mean, we still had an amazing time, but I missed having my kiddos and getting my cuddles and hugs from them.
Yeah.
It was great to see them again. Like we have pictures of us pulling up and Caitlin just running to the car.
Yeah.
They're my kiddos. Of course I miss them.
Yeah.
But it was good to come back to them and see them again.
Yes.
And we'll continue to take trips without them. But they know the reasoning why we do this. We do this to get time for ourselves and to enjoy each other's company and not have to worry about them.
Yes.
I mean, we love them dearly.
Yeah.
But being able to take time away is very important for us as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I got to that point, but probably a couple, 3 days later than you did. It was a 15-day trip, 16-day trip. If you count the 0 day that we took to get to Miami, I would say probably leaving Cabo, I was like, okay, I'm ready to be home and get back to the kids then.
And we called when we were in the ports. We'd take time and give a call.
Yep.
That's the nice thing about international plans. We always do that when we go on a cruise.
Yes.
We want to make sure we have service to be able to call in and check in on them.
Right. We don't get it on the ship
No.
we like we're saying, part of the reason of this is to disconnect. So we need to have that boundary, if you will. And there's always ways, if there is an emergency, there's ways that somebody ashore can get a hold of Disney Cruise Line and they can get a message to the ship and arrangements and communication can get set up. So it's not like you're stranded out in the middle of the ocean and there's no way that you can be made aware of what's going on. So
And there's Wi-Fi packages available for purchase on the ship too. They're rather expensive.
And the Wi-Fi isn't very good.
No. And Disney's a bit behind on that based on other cruise lines.
That we've seen. I'm very interested to see how the Wish handles that and if it's any different.
Yeah. One of the interesting things about concierge is they give you a Wi-Fi package.
Yes.
Like you get an extra, I don't know how many.
Whatever.
You get extra Wi-Fi time. But you also want to make sure that you log off when you're done.
Yeah.
And with iPhones, you can actually use iMessage.
Yes.
And not have that count towards any Wi-Fi.
So you can actually iMessage somebody back ashore.
Just text.
Yeah, like just text. You can't send pictures.
Don't send memes back and forth. Just text.
Right. Right. Although, I bet you Wordle would work.
Okay.
Because those boxes are just emoji boxes.
Yes. Okay. We could keep our streak going.
That's right. It's very important.
Very important. Yes.
Well, that is our Panama Canal trip, our first one, westbound. Again, Miami to LA. It was a 15-night excursion on the Wonder back in 2013, and it was amazing.
Yes.
And we have done it again, and I have a funny feeling we will do it again.
Yeah. And hoping next time we're going to talk with Audie Lawley from this cruise. We met her on this cruise. We met her and her husband on this cruise, and they are travel agents.
Yes.
And I know people have questions about what do travel agents do, and we want to get that information to you guys.
Absolutely. So if you have questions that you would want to know is how does a travel agent work? How does, what do they do? What do they offer? What don't they do? How do you work with them? Mm-hmm. Does it cost any extra? If you have questions about how you work with a travel agent for a Disney vacation or really any kind of vacation, send us a note. Let us know, because we will ask Audie what her thoughts are. Basically, our ask is help us help you.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Any questions or suggestions that you have, you can email us podcast@adventuresandmousecapades.com. Follow us on social @OurMousecapades, and take a moment and rate and review in your podcast app to help people find us.
Thanks so much for listening, and we will be back in your ears next week.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for flying Star Tours. Bye-bye.